Hello, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Welcome to Wellness for Modern Seniors, your trusted place to discover the wisdom and habits that keep us thriving, no matter our age. Tonight, we're going to talk about something many men over 60 face but rarely discuss openly. Those frustrating nighttime trips to the bathroom, that nagging pressure in the lower belly, or the feeling that something just isn't right down there. If you're waking up multiple times to pee or feeling uncomfortable at night, you're not alone. But here's the thing, most prostate troubles don't simply start because of your age. They begin with the small, everyday habits we carry into our evenings without a second thought. I've spent years listening to men share these struggles in confidence, and over time, a pattern emerged. 5 common nighttime habits quietly strain the prostate, making symptoms worse and stealing restful sleep. Tonight, I'm going to gently shine a light on these habits, not to scare you, but to empower you. Because understanding what's really happening means you can take simple steps to protect your prostate and reclaim peaceful, refreshing nights. Before we dive in, drop the first letter of your name in the comments below and add a heart emoji. It's a simple way to bless your wellness journey and let us know you're here, walking this path with us in the Wellness for Modern Seniors community. Now let's start with one of the most common and surprising habits. Habit number 1, drinking too much water before bed. Water is life. Staying hydrated is one of the best things you can do for your kidneys, digestion, and overall health, especially as we grow older. But here's the catch. When most of your daily water intake happens late in the evening, especially an hour or two before bed, it can cause real stress for your prostate. Let me explain why. As men age, the prostate naturally grows a little bigger. This growth narrows the passageway where urine flows, the urethra. This means it takes more effort to empty the bladder completely. Now imagine this. After dinner, you drink several large glasses of water. Your bladder starts filling up fast, sending urgent signals that it's time to go. But your prostate, already working overtime to keep the flow smooth, struggles under the pressure. Instead of enjoying deep, uninterrupted sleep, your body wakes up repeatedly to deal with that extra liquid. This isn't just annoying. It creates a cycle where excess fluids cause more pressure, and that pressure leads to inflammation. Over time, this low-grade stress can worsen prostate symptoms. More urgency, more trips to the bathroom, and more discomfort. I once spoke with Walter, an 82-year-old gentleman who swore by his 2 tall glasses of water right before bed. He said, "It flushes out toxins overnight," but he also told me he hadn't slept through the night in over a decade. After chatting, Walter shifted most of his water intake to earlier in the day, before 6 p.m., and only sipped lightly after dinner. Within a week, he was down to waking up just once per night instead of 4 or 5. Walter said, "I thought I had a prostate problem. Turned out I had a timing problem." You don't have to cut water completely. Hydration is still key. But by moving your biggest servings earlier in the day and sipping only a little in the evening, you give your prostate the rest it needs while you sleep. If you wake thirsty late at night, take it slow. Just a small sip, not a big glass. Listen to your body and give your prostate a break. You might be surprised how this simple shift changes your mornings, feeling lighter, fresher, and more rested. If you're finding this helpful, give it a like. It's a small act, but it blesses this community and helps spread wellness to more modern and unstoppable seniors just like you. My modern and unstoppable seniors, when it comes to your prostate, what you eat after sundown matters more than you might realize. Many of us enjoy a comforting dinner after a long day, maybe a frozen meal, canned soup, or a few slices of deli meat. It feels easy, familiar, and harmless. But those salty processed foods quietly set the stage for a restless night and add pressure on your prostate. Here's why. Salt causes your body to hold on to extra fluid during the day. That fluid doesn't just disappear, it has to leave your body eventually. And guess when your body works hardest to flush it out? At night. This means more trips to the bathroom, yes, but also more strain on your bladder and prostate, which are already doing their best to keep up. Processed foods don't just have salt, they come packed with preservatives and additives that keep your kidneys and circulatory system active longer into the night when your body should be relaxing and healing. For men with an enlarged prostate, this can mean your pelvic area stays tense, swollen, and irritated while you're supposed to be sleeping peacefully. The result? You wake up tired, heavy, and more uncomfortable than before you went to bed. Let me tell you about Glenn, a 76-year-old who came to me confused about his constant nighttime urination. "I don't drink water late," he said. "I even go before bed." But when we talked about his dinners, he admitted to canned chili, TV dinners, and salty snack mixes most nights. Quick meals he thought were harmless. Once Glenn swapped these for lighter dinners, steamed veggies, grilled chicken, fresh fish, and a small bowl of brown rice, his nights changed dramatically. Within just 3 nights, he said, "I didn't realize how much tension was building up down there." Your prostate doesn't just react to liquids, it's sensitive to the overall state of your body. Eating heavy salt and processed foods raises blood pressure, slows circulation, and traps fluid, which puts more pressure around your bladder and prostate. So tonight, try choosing something gentler for dinner. A simple plate of steamed vegetables, a piece of grilled chicken or fish, and a small side of oatmeal or brown rice can fill you up without weighing you down. It's a small change, but it can make your nights feel lighter, calmer, and more comfortable. If this insight speaks to you, drop the first letter of your name in the comments below and add a heart emoji. Let's bless this wellness journey together. And if you haven't already, subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a care tip tailored just for you. My modern and unstoppable seniors. This next habit might seem like a simple matter of willpower or convenience, but it's quietly working against your prostate health. Many older men wake up during the night feeling the urge to urinate, but instead of getting up, they hold it in. Maybe they're too tired. Maybe it's easier to roll over and try to fall back asleep. But here's what most don't realize. Holding in urine at night puts real strain on both your bladder and your prostate. Strain that builds up over time. When you resist the urge to go, your bladder keeps filling and stretching. This might seem harmless at first, but as your bladder expands, its walls become thinner, less elastic, and more irritated. This is where your prostate feels the pressure. The more urine that stays inside, the more pressure it pushes back onto your prostate, especially if it's already enlarged. Over time, this extra pressure can lead to increased inflammation, slower urine flow, and a higher risk of infections. And it's not just a comfort issue, it's a mechanical one. A full bladder also makes it harder to empty completely later, which means some urine remains trapped inside. That trapped urine creates the perfect environment for bacteria to grow, which can cause irritation, painful infections, and more frequent urges. I once spoke with Leonard, age 81, who had a habit of waiting until morning no matter what. He told me, "I just don't want to get out of bed unless I absolutely have to." But Leonard also shared how his lower belly often felt tight by morning, and sometimes even after urinating, he still felt like something was left behind. I encouraged him to get up and go when the urge came, even if it was just once or twice during the night. Within a few days, he noticed less pressure, fewer lingering sensations, and better flow in the morning. He said, "My body was telling me what it needed. I was just ignoring it." Your body's signals are there for a reason. When it tells you to release, it's not just about comfort, it's about health. The longer you hold it in, the more tension you carry, and the more inflamed and swollen your prostate can become. Of course, you don't want to be jumping up every hour. That's why avoiding excess fluids and salty foods before bedtime helps. But when the urge comes, respond gently. Let your body reset. Your prostate will thank you for it. My modern and unstoppable seniors. When we think about prostate health, sleep position might not be the first thing that comes to mind. But for men over 60, how you sleep can quietly make a big difference. Sleeping on your stomach may feel comfortable or even natural for some, but this position can put constant, gentle pressure right where your body least needs it, your pelvic region. Here's why. When you lie face down, especially if your mattress is soft or your hips sink in, the weight of your lower body presses down on your bladder and prostate area. This pressure isn't sudden or sharp, but it's consistent throughout the night. It can restrict blood flow, increase heat, and cause subtle irritation of the prostate and surrounding tissues. Over time, This can add to inflammation and worsen symptoms like discomfort or urgency. Sleeping on your stomach can also affect the alignment of your spine and pelvis, which influences the nerves that control bladder function. That means your body's signals for when to go may get mixed up, leading to more frequent nighttime bathroom trips or that restless feeling of pressure in your lower belly. I once talked to Harold, a 79-year-old retired pilot who'd been dealing with chronic pelvic discomfort for years. His tests all came back normal, and he kept a clean diet, but the discomfort persisted. One night, his wife casually mentioned, "You always sleep on your belly. Maybe try something else." Harold switched to sleeping on his side with a pillow between his legs. Within a week, he noticed less pressure and a more restful sleep. Sometimes the smallest changes can bring the biggest relief. If you're used to stomach sleeping, try easing into side or back sleeping. Use pillows for support and comfort. Your prostate and your sleep quality may thank you. My modern and unstoppable seniors. The final habit we need to address is often overlooked but deeply important: ignoring stress and neglecting your sleep hygiene. When we carry stress into the evening, whether it's worries about health, finances, or family, it triggers a cascade of effects inside our body. Stress releases cortisol, a hormone that in high amounts can increase inflammation throughout your body, including your prostate. Poor sleep hygiene, like inconsistent bedtimes, screen time right before sleep, or a noisy environment, disrupts the natural rhythm your body needs to repair and restore itself overnight. For men over 60, this disruption can worsen prostate symptoms, increase nighttime bathroom trips, and leave you feeling drained the next day. But here's the good news. Creating simple, calming bedtime routines can make a big difference. Try dimming the lights an hour before bed, turning off screens, and practicing gentle breathing or meditation. A warm cup of herbal tea, think chamomile or peppermint, can soothe your mind and body. Even a short walk earlier in the evening can help reduce stress and support better sleep. Remember, your body and prostate heal best when you give them a chance to rest deeply and peacefully. Changing these habits won't happen overnight, but each small step brings you closer to nights filled with calm, comfort, and control. If something in this message speaks to your heart, go ahead and tap that like button. It blesses your journey and helps bring this message to other modern and unstoppable seniors who need it too. If you haven't already, subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a care tip tailored just for you. Thank you for being here, for caring for yourself, and for walking this wellness path with us at Wellness for Modern Seniors. Here's to better nights, brighter days, and unstoppable health.